What's wrong with you, you idiot? What are you doing?
Oh, we got this fucking clown.
He's not connected yet.
So we're not recording it?
He looks bigger already. You see it in his face.
It's when you have a great beard, your body looks better.
Yeah, look at that shit.
Yeah,
you hear me?
You look like complete.
Yeah, what's up, man? How are you?
Yo.
Look at that fucking beard. That's great.
Are you trying to be like me, bro? With that fucking...
Dude, that beard's way better than yours. Look how it's like nice.
Bro, the only difference is
First of all, he's missing a third of the beard.
Yeah, but that's good though. It gives a little bit of style.
You guys have both shaved your beards twice, and it's my length. But I've been growing this since the 2018 Olympia.
Sergio, turn your phone. There you go. Boom. Yeah, that's. Did you? Okay, let me ask you, Sergio. Do you purposely shave that part, or does it just grow like that?
Which?
The part right here in your below your lower lip.
Here.
No, like
on the part on that right here.
The empty spots. Do you shave those, or does it grow like that?
Hell no. I don't shape it at all. I literally I stop it from growing up.
Yeah,
but I don't do anything.
See, guy, see, he's lucky. He's got the good genetics.
And the bad connection.
From the bad connection. No, somebody's calling him.
Exactly. Definitely got all the bad connection. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out where to put this.
I think I gotta start shaving my beard right here.
Oh, here we go. What? Sergio does one podcast. I've been on this podcast for forever, and he comes on here with one little thing, and you want to change everything.
Hey, technically, motherfucker. Technically, I was on the podcast way before you.
That's actually true. Sergio is back at like episode like in the teens.
Yeah, he was like the first guy that just started going off.
Yeah, that's the only reason why he had me on the show. No one else would talk shit.
He wanted to get some fucking stir in the pot.
Yeah, no, it's Sergio's been on a few times. I remember we did the rate to physique with him and Ian. That was
Ooh, fucking, I would have hated to be one of the fucking clients of that show.
Everybody got a 3. Oh, what's going on, man? How you been?
Good. Just busy, man. Just nonstop busy, but it's good. I'd rather be busy than not busy. That's for sure.
How is bodybuilding and owning a supplement company at the same time? Because I'm not full blown bodybuilding. So how are you doing it?
He's having trouble setting his phone up, so I don't know how the bodybuilding.
Yeah. So if I can't even get my phone set up, well, motherfucker, I had it set up, and then I get a text. Oh, Guy's running late. So...
Okay, so take 5 minutes. Me and Guy will talk amongst ourselves, and you can figure it out.
Yeah. Okay.
Guy, what's going on? What are you drinking?
Protein, glutamine, and a banana.
From the gym?
I mean, they make it for me at the gym, but I bring my own banana and my own glutamine, my own protein.
Do you?
I actually leave it at the gym because
is that part of your program? Because you're dieting now, aren't you?
Yes.
So you have a protein shake post workout.
And a banana, and then I eat. What's confusing about this?
I'm just asking you. I didn't know what
you're asking with that fucking sinister little smirk that I don't like. So
trying to see if...
No, because you said, aren't you dieting?
Why are you so defensive?
Therefore you think I'm doing something wrong.
Why are you so defensive?
Because you said, aren't you dieting? Which would automatically be in the assumption that I'm doing something wrong, because that was, aren't you dieting ? You don't ask somebody that if they're eating healthy.
I don't know why I do this with you. You drive me fucking nuts, man.
Because you love me. This isn't Sergio, by the way. This is how much of a fuck Fouad cares when something goes wrong when it has nothing to do with him.
What are you talking about?
I called him. Hold on. I called him. Look, he's getting nervous now. I called him over the weekend, and I'm like, yo, we got a problem. He's like, what? So Ben Chow was fucking around and changed my number. And hold on. Everybody knows already. And went like this, right? And accidentally leaked my number on the fucking internet. So I started getting people messaging me. Luckily enough, this guy didn't even tell me who he was. Said, hey, bro, your number got leaked on the podcast. You might want to tell Fouad. And I was like, bullshit. I was on the podcast. I didn't see shit. So the dude sends me a screenshot. And I'm like, fuck. So I call Fouad. This is exactly how the conversation goes. I go, yo, bro, we got a fucking problem. He's like, what's that? I go, remember when Ben showed my number? He's like, yeah. He goes, oh, no. I'm like, yep. I go, he fucking showed my number. I go, and I'm getting fucking messages and calls. I go, all fucking night. I go in all day today. I go, and somebody just fucking sent me a screenshot of what's going on. He goes, oh man, all right, I'm gonna either edit it or take it down. Hey, say hi to Paul.
What the fuck? What's wrong with that? He was in the car. He's
They're like, oh, all right, I'll figure it out. Hey, by the way, say hi to Paul.
That's not even bad.
I'm panicking in the car because my phone is going off, and he's like, Paul's here.
I'm gonna tell you the truth, Sergio, about what kind of friend I am. So the thing goes up, and somebody messaged me earlier in the day, hey, guy's phone number is on the podcast.
Oh,
yeah. So I knew.
Wait,
right?
You didn't tell me this.
This is why I didn't say anything. So I deleted the guy's comment so no one else would see it, because I'm like, okay, maybe one guy caught it. So I'm like, I'll just leave it, right? Because I don't think anybody else is going to notice. Then guy calls me like 3 or 4 hours later. He's like, somebody's been calling my phone number, whatever. My phone number's on the podcast.
You knew.
I did know, but I didn't think anybody would catch it. So
you knew.
As soon as he called me, guess what I did? While I got off the phone with him, I called Summer. I said, because I was already on my way to the gym. I called Summer. I said, go down to my computer and delete it. Just get rid of it. Just delete the whole podcast. Don't edit it. Don't do anything. Just delete it. So like that guy, it was gone. Fucking 2 minutes later, I call him back. Hey, guy, guess what? The fucking podcast is gone. I took it down.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
How much of a panic would you have been in?
If what?
If it was your number? He would have been freaking.
I was panicked anyway, but I was panicked anyway. That's why I deleted it, like right there, right when you called me. I deleted it.
No, I'm just saying, how panicked would you have been? You would have freaked out.
I would have changed my number probably.
Ben,
I thought everyone has your number.
Ben was texting me, and I was like, could you imagine if this was Fouad, how much of a panic he would be?
Anyway, I took it down right away. I chopped that piece out of the podcast, and I put it up the next day.
How did neither one of us, when he held the phone up, it literally looked like a light bulb.
Because, man, I noticed something about people when they watch videos, whatever you're, and I'm sure you guys have noticed it too, when you're shooting any kind of video, whether it's a podcast or a workout video or whatever, people notice everything going on, like in the background, like little things that you didn't even think about. People catch them. So like we were all
screenshot it, zoomed in. I was like, whew.
We were talking, and Ben showed the name, but I thought he had the number covered. I didn't, and he did it so fast.
So did I.
Yeah, but people probably fucking like hit pause and were looking, right? Because they want to fuck with you. So people.
I mean, at this day and age, isn't like prank calling kind of stupid?
Yeah, but you're kind of a celebrity, like whatever, within your own little city.
Yeah, but that's still kind of weird. Like, if you had The Rock's number, would you be like,
yes,
hey,
I would call him.
Rock.
I would call him.
Would you really? No, you wouldn't. You would? You're
like,
that
hey,
dude?
No, man.
Oh, man.
Okay, I might text
I was about to be like, you know what? This chat's over.
I might text and be like, hey, you want to come on the podcast? Just to,
you would use that as an opportunity.
It'd be my in. Yeah, everything's an opportunity. Everything. Anyway.
So how many dick pics did you get?
On IG or fucking?
Yeah, no, not any more than usual.
No, dude. They're so I've been getting these like random young, like weird kids like sending me messages like, are you getting it to like and share, like and they're all these like 16-year-old like fucking European kids. And I'm like, then I've been getting asked to get worshipped a lot. You guys get that? You do muscle worship?
I don't get that shit anymore, man.
Weirdos, bro.
I'm not good looking enough to do the muscle worship thing anymore. Sergio probably gets it all the time.
Yeah, you definitely get it. You're a pretty looking kid.
Yeah.
That's how I pay my bills. What do you mean? You guys aren't?
You know what's funny? Me and Paul were talking about this the other day. You know, if you're an OnlyFans chick, it's like okay to like do an OnlyFans and have like a thing and like, you know, have a subscription, make like $50,000 a month. Nobody shits on you, right? It's like being a stripper, but like a level up. But if you're a guy and you do that, you're fucked. People are like, you're fucked. You jerk off for money.
Didn't Brad Castleberry have one?
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, it's exactly my point. Look at his reputation, right? But like if a girl does that.
But did you really have one? Was that like I saw him post something. Was that real or fake?
No, it was real.
Fouad is deep into the Google search.
Look
at those eyes. Look at those eyes. Those eyes.
Seriously though. Is it like, why is it so fucked up for guys to be able to do that shit?
But which guys? Just regular guys or actual guys that are professionals? Because that's a big difference.
No, like let's say you, Sergio, you're like, you know what? I'm going to start an OnlyFans.
I'd pay.
And I'm going to pay. And I'm going to.
It's just my feet.
Yeah.
Your feet in my hands.
No, it's just my feet in your beard. They would kill. They'd love that.
But would it be, people would think Sergio's fucked up if all of a sudden he had an OnlyFans?
Yeah, but that's because I have another source that I could be making income from. So automatically, if you're doing OnlyFans, that means your regular job must not be doing well. But if you're just a regular Instagram person, like if Callum Von Mogert, he made an OnlyFans, it wouldn't be that big of a deal either because he's not like top
he's
pro.
already like a model-y kind of person.
Right.
Do you think it's frowned upon if you don't do weird shit?
Well, I'm saying if you're naked though, like if you have like dick pics on there.
That's so weird.
But I'm just thinking, like, take the same scenario with a female. Like, let's say who's a popular, like, on the female side. Like,
is it the Brit Fit?
Listen, like if Dana Lynn Bailey had a fucking OnlyFans tomorrow. No offense to Dana Lynn, I'm just using her. She's popular, but nobody would think.
Never do that.
I know that, but I'm just saying. Just imagine. I'm just using somebody popular. Nobody would give a shit. In fact, she'd probably be more popular because of it. Seriously, think about it. Would she be less popular or more popular?
I think with her,
I don't know. Dana doesn't have a reputation to be like that, though. Dana ain't that.
Yeah, she's a reputation of like.
Yeah, so like her, I can't.
Okay, pick another.
Go ahead.
Pick another popular female.
Who's the one that does it, Sergio? Isn't it like Miss Brit Fit Brit Miss?
Yeah, I think that's one of them, right?
I don't even know who that is.
We'll pull her up on IG, Fouad. Miss Brit, what is it, Miss? Sergio's like, yeah, I think that's who it is. You definitely follow her. So fucking go on your phone, Sergio. You
Miss Fit Brit? What are you talking about?
Brit Fit. I think.
The real Brit Fit? Is that what we're looking at?
Yes.
Oh, she's got her account's private.
Oh, yes, she is.
She's got 3 million followers.
She does. She bangs her boyfriend on that.
No way.
I swear to God, that's Sergio. Have you heard that?
Yeah, no, I've seen it.
I heard that too. There it is. We have a subscriber.
Busted by accident.
Well, when they knock it down to like $3 a month, I mean, you'd be like stupid not to, you know?
Is it like decent? Is it like good porn or like stupid?
No, I've only just seen a clip of it. I'm not a fan.
I didn't ask the amount you've seen. I asked the quality of what $3 a month is getting you.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got like a headset.
I don't know.
I'm sure he's wearing a headset so he can film.
Oh, like a GoPro?
Right.
Oh, it's a point of view porn.
POVs, huh?
Yeah.
That's what it's like. That's what you're like. You like that shit, huh?
That's what I'm into, brother. Fuck you, guy. What kind of porn do you watch?
Huh?
What kind of porn do you watch?
I just like when everybody beats
you probably watch tall chick porn.
Why would I tall chick? Why would I? I hate this. I heard. Thanks, fucking.
It's just a bunch of dudes.
What's the guy's name that does your graphics? What's his name?
The bodybuilding bollocks guy.
Yeah, what's his name?
I don't know.
You've told me already.
I don't know his name.
You got to play because I was going to give him a shout out, but now you want to be a douchebag.
All right, it's Brandon.
Brandon.
Yeah.
Brandon, I already know how Brandon thinks. So when you say certain things or somebody says something, I already know what fucking old Brandon's gonna do tomorrow.
He's gonna create a nice photo of you climbing some tall.
Yeah. Just
a big beard with fucking Sergio's feet for hands.
No, seriously, what's your go-to search without being like too graphic? Like,
wait, don't throw little. Why are you coming at me first?
I don't know, just because I did. It's
the guest goes first.
I'm hosting.
I'm technically right now the co-host.
Okay, fine.
You don't come at the co-host side. Yes. People want to know about the guest.
Sergio, what's your go-to?
I'm a virgin.
Sergio's gonna be like this homemade.
Yeah.
I'm into the ones where they just eat food off of each other. Isn't that one too?
You're not serious, are you?
No, of course not. Jesus.
I can't get it down. I can't get into those.
No, I'm not into any of the weird ones. I'm not into the feet.
Can you guys tell me what's with the?
I need to see boob and vagina. I don't like just boob or just like zoomed in. I want
right.
You need everything.
I want like a Siskel and Ebert film.
So you don't ever type in like pog porn. And just look at ass.
No, yeah, that's the best for sure. He's lying. He knows what it is.
No, but I like to see shit moving.
You don't know what Pog is.
Then you definitely don't know what Pog is.
Huh?
Pretty ass white girl.
No, it's pretty ass white girl.
I thought it was
fat ass white girl.
I thought it was fat ass white girl.
Right.
I don't know.
Like fat with a P.
Pull it up.
No.
Canceled.
Okay. Anyways, Sergio, what's going on, man? Where you been? You've been quiet for a while.
Good lead off question. What kind of how you been?
Besides the 8 hours of porn I'm watching a day, I'm trying to open up a gym, and I mean, getting back on stage after being off for a while.
You know what? That's what I asked you before we got sidetracked. You're full-time bodybuilding, but you got like a bunch of other shit going on, and I forgot about the gym. How are you like managing it all?
I'm not.
You got a lot of help. You got help.
Man, it's really, I don't know, how many people out there have tried to do a gym, but it's way more than you can ever imagine. And I don't know if because California's fucked up, like just getting the permits and shit. Like I'll find a building, and then if it's not already permitted to be a gym, you can't do it, and it's just, that's not something I ever heard of in Chicago. I think it must be a Cali thing. So the permits are annoying. Finding a place is the hardest part. But I told Aceto too, because when I told him like, hey, I'm trying to open up a gym, when Aceto's like thinking something, but they won't say it. And I'm like, don't worry. It's not going to affect prep. I'm putting prep first, but it's hard. It's hard to juggle it because sometimes I need to go look at a place myself. Yeah. And that might be randomly when I'm doing cardio or something, so I'm just rushing a lot, and I'm just busy, it's not like in a bad way. It's good.
Do you think it feels better being a little bit rushed so you're not at home thinking about food or stressing about prep or letting pressure get to you or anything? You got other shit going on?
No, I'm still pretty far out where the pressure wouldn't affect me. So that's not a problem. I don't like when my life's not on a structured schedule, the same time every day. I mean, just to get me on the show has been hard and I'm also training a couple of people too. I really just started to try and help a lot of people in this San Diego area that are trying to do shows. There's a bunch of people out here that kind of help people, but they're just full of shit. Yeah. So there's a bunch of good talent that really want to do well, but they just need the right kind of guidance. So I've been prepping a couple people. So that's the only thing is that I want to get up, do my cardio, do my abs, eat, go to work, and then come back and rest and go to the gym. And now I'm losing that rest. And that's pretty much what it's coming down to.
I think I asked you, but I can't remember. What square footage did you say you were looking at size of the gym?
Like 25,000.
That's big, man.
Yeah.
It's a big place. We have a private facility now that I'm looking at for Hostile. I still want to do a public gym later on, but we're going to start with a private facility. It's only like 4,000 square feet. And I'm like, this is pretty big. I mean, for private, obviously it's not for members, but 25,000 square feet is a big fucking gym.
That's a monster, right? Yeah. And then you got to think, you got to build. So what's been happening here is some of the 24 hours are going to reopen. Yeah. Because they're going to stay closed. So you really want to just buy one of those because then they already have locker rooms.
The build out's already there.
Well, the mirrors, the rubber floors, all that shit's already in.
And when you can buy something like that, or with the equipment, because if you got to buy like a vacant building and then do the build out is going to cost you a ton of money.
It's not even.
Oh no, yeah, we're already going to put like 150 into the equipment. I really want it to be. That is the best thing about being a bodybuilder. You've been to everyone's gym, and you know what you like and what you don't like. And I really like the combo of old machines and like new, like prime and kind of machines like that. So I want to have both. So I'm not worried about that. It's just the finding a building that's already been a gym is becoming really not likely. So we're going to have to buy a warehouse and then build locker rooms. And that's just going to be, luckily I'm like 30 minutes from Mexico. So we have the easiest workers to do it all.
Have labor. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have Dorian helping me out because, Dorian owns Pure Muscle Fitness. And even with his deal on flooring for 4,000 square feet, I'm looking at like 10 grand just for the rubber for the floor.
Very expensive, those things.
I'm like, it's $10,000 just gone. That's just for the fucking floor. And then you got mirrors is going to be another fucking 10 or 20. It's like, fuck, man. And then paint and then locker rooms. I remember the last gym I looked at, they put their locker rooms in for like 500 grand. but it was like state of the art. They had steam rooms.
You're doing like a private facility. You don't need all that bougie schmoozy.
I don't need that shit for mine. No, but Sergio, if he's opening like a full 25,000 square feet.
Yeah, but he's probably going to have like a turf area, like a speed and agility part to it. Strength.
Yeah, no, I want to have. Yeah, we're gonna have. There's a big MMA.
Probably have a chiropractor in there, knowing him, HRT.
Are you gonna have like a long turf like that again, like everybody, like a few other gyms have?
Yeah, I want to, just for the people that want to do the sled pushes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that's a waste of space, but it's probably my own selfish needs. But I'm like,
it is. But then you got to think. So, like, if you're doing lunges, where do you do lunges? You're always in someone's way, or you got to go outside. You know, so that's kind of designated also a walking lunge area.
Yeah.
And the problem is that we keep thinking bodybuilders. There's so many people that go to a gym that want to do a deadlift.
Yeah.
And then they sit and they watch their timer. They eat their fucking Starburst and then they do another set, you know, after fucking 5 minutes. And that's not us. That's not how we train, but that's what they want. And you got to kind of appeal to them too.
So you're not focused on just doing like a hardcore bodybuilding gym. You kind of want to tap into like a bigger market.
Yeah, it's gonna have MMA too, an MMA section.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a full blown, like an octagon, the whole thing?
No, not an octagon, but just definitely a designated mat area.
Yeah.
Some bags, some hitting bags.
Yeah. Are you doing
it's for the people that, you know, they think they're serious at MMA, but they're really not because
you know what? That brings up a really good point. So I've been debating with this guy, and it's been somewhat civil so far. But so on last week's podcast, we talked about the GOAT of MMA. We're talking about John Jones and all these different. So this guy comes on and he's commenting back and forth with me, and he's like, "I don't think you guys should talk about that anymore." And I'm like, "Okay, why?" I'm like, he's like, "Well, you guys aren't fighters." And I'm like, "Yeah, but we're fans. Like, we're not trying to give anybody advice.
Like sports announcers aren't football players.
Like, we're not trying to give anybody advice. We're not saying like this is how you should fight. We're just saying like, I like this guy, I think he's the GOAT, or I like that guy, I think he's the GOAT. I'm like, people do it in bodybuilding all the time. They don't have to be pro bodybuilders to fucking comment. You know what I mean?
Most of them aren't.
That's right. So where do you guys fit on that? Like, should we not be allowed to fucking talk about fighting?
Not all sportscasters are fucking players. That's the dumbest thing. That's what I would have said. I'm like, hey, idiot, how about the girls that are sportscasters on fucking the football field? Have they ever worn fucking 11 pounds of equipment and smashed head?
I think I know what he was saying.
That debate.
Well, I don't want to ask Sergio, because Sergio says this kind of stuff sometimes, and I'm like, but you don't say it the same way. So is he right or wrong? Like, where do you stand on that?
I think if he was talking to someone else, then he would be right, because that's like, I get on people. It's funny. I was just telling somebody the other day that I get on people that attack Hunter more than Hunter does. You know, people that are like, oh, you'll never be like your father. I'm the first one on there. Like, fuck this fucking guy, you know? And it's because I know the things that they don't know the things that he's dealing with and what he's dealing with, even just being as a pro, because they're not a pro. They're not even really a bodybuilder. So when you start saying things like that, or like if you guys were saying stuff like his jab is better than this guy's uppercut or something like that, where it's more stuff like that, then it would make sense. But otherwise, what he was saying, it doesn't make any sense. It sounds like he just more wanted to be like, I'm an MMA fighter and I just want to let you know that.
Who's better, Kobe or LeBron? Like, it was literally just like, who do you like better? Who do you think?
Yeah, it was more like, who do you think the GOAT is?
Personal preference. Like, if I said, who do you, in your opinion, is the best bodybuilder of all time? You said, who would you say, Sergio?
Ronnie. Well, I would say Ronnie, but go ahead, Sergio.
Best bodybuilder of all time? Fuck. I don't think Ronnie.
No,
because I think Ronnie is the category of the best bodybuilder that no one gave a shit about, and then all of a sudden he was something. But like someone who was just from start to finish in the limelight, all the pressure, it has to be Phil Heath. It has to.
You think Phil Heath is the greatest bodybuilder of all time?
Yeah, because I think he's the closest of both. We have like back in the day where the guys are really aesthetic, and then we have a mass monster like Ronnie. And then you have him, you know, before he lost his touch. I think 2011 he won? I think that's the most perfect, complete bodybuilder of all the eras.
Okay, I know we're going off topic, but I think we covered the fighting thing. We're fans. We like to watch. Fuck off if you don't want to listen to it. Anyway, so about this is actually better. That's interesting that you said that. I think if you take Ronnie 98, 99, 2000, he's more aesthetic than Phil.
The 99 is ridiculous. It is. Well, this is what I was talking about. It's more than just what they physically look like. when you're not looked at like you're win or you're supposed to win, and obviously I'm looking at this, personally.
Yeah.
When it's for this first time you lift a weight, it's when you're going to win Mr. Olympia. It's a different mindset trying to get ready for shows and doing it for the long period of time.
So you're saying,
Ronnie, no one really even talked about.
So you're saying Phil dealt with more pressure?
I think it was harder for him to win his 7 than Ronnie to win his 8.
I'll give you this. I think Phil had to deal with a different dynamic that others didn't, because Phil was the first social media bodybuilder.
Right. Of course. Not even including that. I'm just talking about just the general.
But I mean, like that. But I mean, that kind of pressure and that kind of, people talking shit and all that and being so attached to you. All the previous bodybuilders, all the previous Mr. Olympians didn't have to deal with that because there was no Instagram and all that shit. So, but what about, okay, you're taking into account other factors. What about just physically? Like, just if you put Ronnie Coleman 99 next to Phil Heath 2011, are we on the same page there at least?
No, yeah. No, you're right. No, I think 99 is the best human physique ever, for sure.
Yeah, right. Guy, do you agree with that?
I don't think anybody touches that. Dorian, nobody.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's funny when you add other things into it. It is interesting that
when you start thinking along the lines of like bodybuilder and then entrepreneur and businessman, then like your mind goes in a different direction. So if you're just talking mainly physique, then you could argue that. But if you're talking like all around bodybuilder, then there's a lot of different directions you could go. Some might
the best
like Arnold.
So how about if you asked, which bodybuilder would you want to have the most career of? Like, who would you want to be the most?
Resemble?
And then it would be, no, just in total, from beginning to end, it would be Jay, easily.
Yeah, I think
Jay,
most people would say Jay. Yeah.
Yeah, you got in, you got out, you're not fucked up, you still look good.
And you're still at the top of the game.
Yeah, you're still making more money than some guys competing.
Yeah.
And he's still dating the most ridiculous looking women. Like, it's but I was even gonna make a post about this, but I didn't know how to word it. By the way,
he's engaged.
They got engaged?
Yeah.
Him and Angela like 2 years ago. So
yeah.
Oh no, I knew that. No, I knew that. I'm an idiot.
You're gonna get them in trouble. They're gonna be like, she's gonna watch this. Well, she's not gonna watch.
Can you tag him in this? As in, Jay, please watch.
Yeah. They will for sure. But no, I was gonna make a post about this, but I don't know how to word it right. When people say, I don't want to be an open bodybuilder because it's unhealthy. But really, if you track back every single Mr. Olympia, they're living the best life, except for Ronnie. He's just, injured, but he still has a million kids. He has a really good wife. But look at Dorian. Dorian is like, if I could have any career, it would be Dorian's. I'd want to get in, get out, go on ayahuasca trips, disappear, get a Bob Marley tattoo, and smoke weed for the rest of my life.
You look like you did half of that before this show.
But I think that's I think that's from the outside looking in, though, because Dorian dealt with, like, him. We talked on our podcast, and he's talked about this on other podcasts. He dealt with like 2 years of like bad depression after he retired. So
Dorian did?
Yeah, it sounds a lot rosier when Sergio says it and he summarizes it like that. But I think the best person is still Jay, because he got out without dealing with hell. You know what I mean? Like, he got out and he still kind of lived his life, didn't really deal with a lot of depression or any of, like, it doesn't seem like he dealt with any of that. He still kind of just got out and he's happy with his career and moved on.
Yeah. But I think, like, I think as far as career, Olympias, and like how they still look, like Jay still looks fucking good.
Yeah.
For 40, what is he, 6'47"?
Yeah. I think also getting out on your own terms is, I mean, I know Jay got beat at the end there, but it was kind of on his own terms.
Yeah.
Like he didn't, like, it didn't look to me like Jay was forced out or his body quit on him or anything.
He could have backed out after he tore his arm.
Yeah. I mean,
right.
I feel like Dorian says it himself. Like, he just couldn't train the way he wanted to train. Ronnie, same thing. His body was kind of atrophying on one side.
I mean, I'm not no Mr. Olympia, but that's kind of exactly where I am, man.
What do you mean? Like, your body's telling you to fuck off?
Yeah, that's why I said I ain't got much left in the tank. It's not because I don't got it upstairs. Like, it's just after a certain point, your body's like, nah, man, like, you're good.
Yeah, that's what I tell people. That's what I tell people. It's not,
like, I sent you that video today and I was like excited and I was like, man, like,
I saw that. 1 second. Go ahead.
Wait, I thought you commented on it. I'm not asking you to pull it up.
Yes, you are. I know that's what
I swear to God,
I know that's why you brought it up. You're like, show everybody what I did.
This is the fucking nonsense that I
Oh, you didn't even post it.
I know I didn't post. I sent it to you idiot.
All right. Well, guys doing some impressive shit.
But back to what we were talking about, I also think there's another element to bodybuilding that people never really, we say it, everyone says it, you got to give up your life to be good. Yeah. But if you really think about it, Jay had no life, Dorian had no life at all. And now these guys are living their best life. So I think it's a combination of, yeah, he definitely probably had some kind of depression, having an injury and seeing people that he could have beat so he couldn't train more with Dorian. But I also think, man, he lived in a dungeon. There was nothing but magazines that would come out a month or two late. And now he can travel the world and do whatever he wants and not worry about what he looks like.
But this is a point I brought up. One sec, guy. This is a point I brought up. Just give me 1 second. This is a point I brought up on a previous podcast. I got an argument with Ian and Cedric because they were like, you got to have balance in bodybuilding. And I'm like, in true bodybuilding, there is no fucking balance. It's like your life revolves around this thing. And I'm like, you kind of just alluded to that. I mean, if you think about all the greatest bodybuilders, they're not balanced people. They live everything in their life revolves around bodybuilding. If it doesn't fit into that box, it's not part of their life. So it's kind of interesting. I mean, Sergio, you're doing extra stuff right now. So you've had to find some balance. So how is that working for you with bodybuilding? Like,
man, it really is just, if I'm saying that I'm going to make it one day, then why would I keep making other people money? And it was also a combination of getting screwed over by sponsors and just having that, like, no matter what, because of GAT, I know that I did 150% of my job. I went above and beyond. I really actually hurt my career by working the expos, not eating, not taking a break, never sitting down. You know, I didn't want to be that guy, but now I get it. Now I got why when I would wait in line for, you know, hours to meet someone and they have their sunglasses on, they just walk away. They don't care because that company's probably screwed them over so many times. So it's really hard to kind of separate that. So after GAT, I realized, man, no matter how much you put up for these people, at the end of the day, you're just being used. So every time I would get ready for a show, I would have some kind of sponsor where I wasn't sure if they're going to re-sign me. You know, that this for sure income coming in is not a for sure. So eliminating that alone is just amazing. It's such a great release on my cortisol levels that I don't have to worry about anyone else. But
almost like competing for your contract. Like if you don't do your contract,
you do. Absolutely. And it's not even competing too, because, you know, I've only placed first or second at every show I've ever done, except the Arnold Olympia. So it's not like on paper I suck, but then you have to do the social media. Now you got to like jump through those hoops, you know, and you got to like get your followers up and shit like that. So it was just hard. And so either way, now I don't have to listen to anyone. No one in my life tells me anything, you know, except for my family.
Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Sorry to cut you off, but this is an important point. So how do you feel now having your own athletes though? Because I feel like the stuff you said may apply to owners that didn't necessarily do it and they're just doing it for the money. They don't give a fuck about you. They just want to earn that. They want to earn that dollar, right? But I think with companies now having bodybuilders as owners, I think they treat their athletes a little different. I mean, yes, they're still technically using them to boost your brand. I'm not saying that's false, but I don't know. It sounds worse when you say it for some reason.
Yeah, but you're right. I don't mean us. This is something new. This is really a new thing that's happening. There wasn't a lot of bodybuilders with supplement companies. So you're right. I'm just generalizing what we've dealt with the last 30 years. Yeah. But no, absolutely. Now having athletes, you're probably right. Now, because I had those bad experiences, now I'm able to do things for them and kind of care about certain things that people really didn't care about when I was being an athlete. And it's either caring more about something and helping them with something they're dealing with personally, or they're having issues with whatever bodybuilding stuff they're dealing with, but also not stressing them out about getting their 2 posts in a week. Yeah. Like I make it clear from the beginning, like, hey, this is what I would like you to do. But sometimes shit happens. Like you might have a fucking fight with your spouse, and then now you're getting bitched at because you didn't put your fake ass post. So then what you do is you just put one up to make them happy. And it doesn't even get a lot of likes. And that's what they're not really understanding is when you force people to do stuff, their heart's not really into it. Yeah. So I'm really excited that I can now be a stress relief for other people trying to come up and give them tips on shit that it took me years to figure out.
Yeah, I think a good example, like we have an athlete that's competing next weekend. And I asked him to do a photo shoot and a video shoot. And it was like 2 separate days, right? And he's like, you know, I'm tired, whatever. I'm like, you know what? Let's just either not do it till after the show, or we'll put both things together. Like, and he decided he wanted to do them both in one day and get them knocked out, right? But the point I'm trying to make is the dollars and cents guys don't give a shit about how tired you are a week out or 2 weeks out, or give you options for after the show, before the show. And I think that's the difference between having a bodybuilder owning a company, is like, we care a little bit more about what the product is, and we care more about the people that we're sponsoring, because we've been in their shoes. So I guess what I'm saying is, I agree with you 100% that in the past it felt more like, those are my pawns, my chess pieces, and I put them wherever the fuck I want. I don't really give a shit how they feel. Whereas I think now, like you said, there's a lot more people that own companies, so it's a little bit different. So
it was probably different when you were with, see, every company I've been with, I've been the main athlete. Yeah. So I can't even speak for being on like SciTech, where you have so many sick ass athletes.
Yeah.
Then you might not even be mistreated, but someone else might get more attention, you know? And that's something else that you have to deal with. I'm sure you did. I'm sure you dealt with it.
Well, I dealt with it. I dealt with it at Muscle Tech, because when I signed with Muscle Tech.
Of course, we all did when we were on Muscle Tech.
Were you with Muscle
Tech?
Tech?
Yeah, it was my second sponsor.
Are you serious? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they flew me out to Canada. Yeah, it was nuts.
Yeah, fuck. When I was with them, they had Jay, Branch, Johnny, Dexter. I was like,
it was like literally everyone but Ronnie.
Yeah, pretty much. And then with SciTech, same thing. You know, they had Cedric and Sean and Brant, yeah. But I mean, you know, with Caged, it was just me and Gethin. And I don't know. It's different. It's just different when I think when a bodybuilder owns the company, I feel like things run differently, and there's different intentions put on what's put out, and the people that are working in the company too.
Yeah, I had both scenarios. I was with BSN when Ronnie was there, Dennis was there, Kane Velasquez was there, Forrest Griffin was there. Then Flex was there, then Curry was there, then Rolly was there, then
that was like Muscle Tech all over
was there. Oh, it was ridiculous. And then after that, I was the main dude.
You mean?
Yeah, take that.
After I left, I've been the main guy.
Oh, you mean after you left there, you were the main guy? Where?
Yeah, after I left, I was the main guy at every company.
Yeah. How many?
But with the supps and the clothing and just the businesses, I feel like I'm already all in on my career. So I'm in my head planning that I'm gonna win it all one day. So what would I do? What everyone else does is that you win it and then you create a supplement company, which it really doesn't work. The only reason why Dorian and Ronnie's supp sells because they sell overseas. They literally can't even keep them in the stores overseas, but in the country they're non-existent. Yeah. And I don't want to do that. I want to show like, hey, this is what I use to win. Not.
Well, Dorian doesn't sell here yet, but Ronnie does, and Ronnie does well here. No.
Dorian used to sell here all the time.
Yeah, he does. They both do. But overseas, it's like times 10. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, overseas. That's where they keep their life is overseas.
Yeah, look at Levrone. That's the same thing.
I was gonna say Kevin too.
Yeah.
So that's all it is. If I'm gonna fail, I was gonna fail anyway. Like if I were to not make it one day in this, everyone's just gonna talk about how I didn't make it, and that's all it is. So if my shit's gonna blow up and I'm gonna fail anyway, big time, then I want to go all out. You know, there's no point of like holding back. Let me see if I make it and then do this endeavor and then do this one. So that's all it is. I'm just all in.
Does that weigh on your head at all?
It does, but not more than someone having control that they could call me up. So my 3 last sponsors that I had called me up out of nowhere with no notice, letting me know that they weren't going to carry me anymore. So
that happened to me once. It's the fucking worst feeling in the world.
So yeah, imagine 3 companies in a row. What's going to happen is you stop having faith in companies.
Yeah. Muscle Tech did that to me because they signed Phil. And when they signed Phil, they're like, we got to make room for Phil because they paid him like a fucking bajillion dollars. So they got rid of me and like 13 other guys.
I think we talked about this before. When I was with Old School Labs, nobody was with them, but it was me and Brion. And Brion hadn't even won the Olympia. I told them, hey, look, if you're really trying to start a supplement company, you have to have something different. Otherwise, no one's going to buy your shit.
Yeah.
And I thought it would be a really cool idea if you got the older guys to be on the line, and then they kind of trickle down their help to the guys that are sponsored, et cetera.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, wow, that's a great idea. They pick up Samir. They pick up, because when Tom was living with me, Tom Platts, he was living with me.
Yeah.
I forced him to go to a meeting. He even canceled it the first time. And I was like, come on. I was like, Tom, I think this is a really good opportunity for you. These are good people. Forced him to go to this meeting. And then they picked up someone else, another older guy, I think someone else. And then they called me to tell me that because now they're paying all them this money, they can't afford me anymore. So I literally ruined my own contract with them. So that one was a tough sting for sure. So it's just shit like that. It's like, So because I gave them this idea and I kind of wanted to go, I was already all in on that company, obviously.
Yeah.
So not having to worry about that anymore definitely doesn't even come close to me. Because you're right, we talked about this before. Now if I want to sit and rest, I'm probably going to be researching or doing something, because now I'm making that money. Every effort that I put in, I make the effort back. Yeah. So coming up with a new supp or figuring out a new, like we even just redid all the supps we had.
Yeah.
You know, so even just redoing what you already have, it doesn't look like we came out with anything new, but I've already rechanged the first pre-workout we had, the protein. And right, that takes me doing that, or me and my business partner.
Well, yeah, I don't think people realize how much effort it takes just to change one little fucking thing. Adding one ingredient or something like that is like a whole fucking process.
Start all over from scratch,
yeah, right? And nobody notices because you can't. It's like, yeah, we already saw that, and you just added one ingredient, so nobody cares that you made the change.
Right, but you still bought all those units. You still paid the money.
Yeah. So what show
but
are
that's
you?
the difference of being good.
Yeah, you're getting ready for Chicago now.
Yeah, so Chicago, yeah.
And obviously you plan on winning Chicago. Is anybody doing Chicago that you're worried about?
I know that's that word, right? Worried.
I didn't know if I should say worried.
I know.
You're probably not worried, but is there somebody?
Well, he said, screw you.
Yeah, I did. So someone's calling me. You said so worried. I know what you mean, but right. I don't know what would be the word, you know?
I guess
who do you think is going to give you your biggest challenge?
Is there somebody who's going to give you a run? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it's going to be me and Akeem. It's definitely going to be me and Akeem for this show.
Akeem's in Chicago.
Yeah, I think me personally, I already think he took my 6th place at the Olympia because I couldn't do it. Every time we've gone against each other, I beat him. So, and right, every show doesn't matter. Every show's different. But for me, I feel like I better win this show, because if I don't win it, then maybe I'm not up there where I think I should be. Because when I was watching the Olympia, I was just like, oh man, I would have got 6 and blah, blah, blah. But then now if he beats me, no, not really. Maybe I'm not who I think I am. Yeah, so to me, I need to win this. But Hunter's doing it. So I think that's probably going to end up getting the most
you and
coverage is me and Hunter, unfortunately. So
I don't think that's bad. I don't think that's bad coverage though.
No, it's cool for the sport. It's never happened before.
I think it's nostalgia, right? People are like, oh, fucking Sergio.
It's cool. They're going to put us next to each other no matter what. I get it. I'm just saying, like, if I was Akeem, and I've already done this a couple times, the person who runs the Olympia Instagram must hate me, because they'll post Regan, Ian, Hunter in order, like over another.
Yeah.
And I've even been like, hey, you do know that Akeem won, he got 6, right, at the Olympia, and they haven't posted him once.
Yeah.
So they'll keep doing that. And then they like posted me, but that's not what I meant. I didn't mean post me. Like,
you actually messaged them and said that to them?
I said it on the comments, and it got like 300 million likes. It was so ridiculous. Everyone liked it.
Yeah.
But I had already said another one before where I brought up Akeem as a perfect example, because I don't want people, that's how a lot of people are today. Like, hey, you should post other people, but they mean themselves. That's what they want. Yeah. I really mean there's a ton of good bodybuilders out there that aren't getting any attention because Hunter puts out progress pics every 6 hours and Regan has 3 billion followers. So I get it. You want the likes. I understand. The person who's running the Instagram on the Olympia is probably some teeny bopper who's never done a show or followed bodybuilding before. So I understand. They're about the algorithms. But
it's David Bay.
Oh, it is? Oh, he already hated me. So that makes sense.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Can I ask, this actually brings up a good point, because everybody wants to get noticed. Why is it that Akeem isn't getting noticed for his 6th place?
Because he doesn't have any drama, unfortunately.
Like that.
It's too nice? Is that what you're saying? He just doesn't get involved?
Because it's funny because I'm saying all this when he actually dislikes me. He's blocked me on Instagram.
Really?
He's the only open pro that's blocked me. It's funny.
Why? What did you do to him?
I seriously have never done anything. Nothing. Ever.
I don't believe you. This is all innocent Sergio. I didn't do anything, I swear.
No. I know what you think. I mean, like, hey, I didn't. When I said go fuck yourself, I didn't really mean go fuck yourself. No. I seriously, I've never said anything. I've never went on his page ever before. So I told Aceto, if someone blocks someone, that means you're in their psyche, and he's blocking me because I annoy him so much that he wants me out of his mind. That's what it means.
Wait a minute, I blocked like fucking 800 people. I mean,
that's because they say different.
What'd you
because
say,
they
asshole?
say something.
I said, that's because you're a baby. That's different.
Nah, I'm not a baby. I don't put up with shit. If you're gonna be an asshole, get the fuck out of my page.
Yeah. See, but you're talking about someone.
What'd you say, Guy?
I like to have those jerks because then they'll comment stupid shit, and then your fucking true fans just go after them, and I just let them eat them apart.
I know, but you know what happens sometimes? So somebody will say something shitty, right?
You're sensitive.
No, listen. And then one of my fans will come on and defend me. But then that fan will end up getting in a fight with the person, and there'll be all this fucking drama. And I'm like, why do I want that on my page? Now this other person who's a fan of mine is getting fucking shit on by this troll, and they're going back and forth. And I'm like, just fuck off. Like, I don't want that shit on my page. Just like
let them handle it.
Yeah, but this person's a fan who's come to my page to be like, I don't know, entertained or whatever. I know that, but why insert them in all this fucking drama? It's like,
what do you do? Posting anything is inserting any drama right there.
I'm saying get rid of the fucking troll and let the fans enjoy what they came to the page to enjoy. I just
fucking pay attention to all those comments. I'm like, you guys want to be fucking idiots? Go be idiots.
No, I know you're talking about Fouad. There's definitely some like cynical ass people that get off on just being annoying. But that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about me commenting on his posts. Yeah, I've never wrote on Akeem's Instagram in my entire life.
Yeah.
That's a big difference. Either way, we're getting sidetracked. Yeah. The point is that Akeem is actually a really hard worker, and he's so nice and he's so humble that you can't make any money off of that. You're not going to get views. He's not going to get into it with anybody else. Like, look, exactly. People try and pin us probably together. He just blocks me. That's it. That's how he's going to deal with it. He's not going to put himself involved with that. And I think he's got his own stuff that he's dealing with in his own life, and he doesn't have time for bullshit on Instagram, to tell you the truth. So that's why no one gives him the credit he does. And let's be real, he's only really nailed it the last 2 shows. Really. Nailed it. Because when we look at Akeem, sometimes we're like, man, he looks amazing. And then he'll come in like he did at the Olympia, and it makes you realize, man, actually he could have looked like that all along. And that's really another level.
That actually brings up a good point. So the blessing thing that's going on right now with Blessing and Nick and Ian, is that what guys got to do to start make money? To kind of make money now in the sport?
Say guys or me?
No, guys. Well, guys should do it too. Guy, you already do it. You're a fucking troublemaker.
I don't start. Okay. When do I start trouble?
Look how defensive you are.
But how does that convert to money?
I'm a whore. I just line them up.
Say that. What's that guy?
How does that convert to money though?
Well, I mean, eyeballs, right? People are looking at you. Then, a company might want to sign you, or if you're selling something, it might be more. I mean, look, this is the Greg Doucette model, right? Greg Doucette creates drama. Right. Millions of people watch his videos, and then he sells his cookbook because he has 1 million eyeballs watching his videos, which are entertaining, but that's the whole equation. Do something so people want to watch. Then when people watch, then sell them your product.
They catch their attention.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is everybody's shitting on Blessing for creating all this hype, but that's kind of the model that makes money. And now you're just saying it yourself. You're like, well, Akeem's not doing that. Maybe that's why people aren't talking about Akeem.
I think Blessing does it because that's what he uses to get ready for shows. I think everybody has something.
Quiet Before the Storm or a hurricane.
Oh, are you
right?
Are you saying he uses it to like hype himself up to get like?
Yeah, I think he needs that. He needs that constant. Like that. Like me. I need. What'd you say?
Like that Conor McGregor, like drama.
Cause some shit, yeah, to get yourself stirred up.
Yeah, see, but Conor's different though, because once you're winning or you have the title, it's a completely different type of shit talking when you haven't done a show one time in the industry. That's completely different. I think being able him to be so adamant about how he's going to beat someone and he's never done a show, I think it's just because that helps him to stay focused.
But Conor was doing that before he was champ. Conor was doing that from the very beginning.
Not to the same extent, just a little bit. It wasn't as erratic.
Yeah, maybe not. But he was always a shit talker. So now
I'm saying that's kind of the model you're referring to, regardless.
Aren't they from the same place?
Yeah, they are. Is it kind of like a Michael Jordan thing though, where you're like, I need to have an enemy to train harder? Is that what he's doing?
I use haters. I need them. I tell Cito all the time. I don't want my haters to leave. I want them to stay.
Want to be
like it's weird because I feed off of negativity. I use me and Hunter all the time as a perfect example because one, we're literally the exact same nationality. Our parents are from the same place. We're like the same person. But he feeds off of a lot of like being really positive. He's a really good kid Where me, I want you to tell me I'm not going to do something, talk shit, because I think about it when I'm training. I think about when I'm doing cardio, not in the point where it's like running my life, but it reminds me, oh yeah, a lot of people think this isn't going to happen. I need to show them it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want me to just comment on your page, you suck, every day?
I was going to say, you just invited that from like 50,000 people.
Well, I've been saying that for years, where that's how, you know, my real fans, they'll comment, they'll be like, you'll never win Mr. Olympia. They're doing that on purpose because they know I like that. Because really, I've said this 100 times, how many Mr. Olympias won and it was said that they were going to win from the beginning of their career? Only one person. Only one fucking Mr. Olympia when they first started was like, you're going to win Mr. Olympia. No one said Brandon Curry was going to win. No one said Dorian was going to win. No one said Ronnie was going to win. I mean, maybe Jay.
I'm trying to
think. That's it.
I think Dorian, no? Once people
saw him. We didn't even know who he was. He was the guy with the Jerry curl.
I know, but once people saw him, right? They were like, maybe.
No, he was still pretty small in the beginning. I'm talking about the beginning of your career from start to finish.
Yeah.
Only one person was like, man, you're going to win it one day.
I think Jay, well, he's referring to Phil, right? But I think Jay, I think I could agree with you on Jay. I think Jay had that kind of.
I believe so too.
Yeah, I think people were talking about him that way.
Freak, like 18.
Yeah.
Right. But either way, my point is, actually, if you go off of history, every time you tell someone they're not going to win the Mr. Olympia, they do. So I would rather you say that for my whole career rather than how many times do we say Richard Jones was going to win, Flex Wheeler is going to win, Kevin Levrone, Chris Cormier. I mean, all those names. They're going to win. They're going to win. They're going to win. They actually end up never winning.
There was a period of time when I was coming up where every fucking new guy was a potential Mr. Olympia. Remember Trey Brewer?
Of course, Trey Brewer.
I remember Trey Brewer.
He had one good year, and then that was a wrap.
Everybody's like, he's good. Yeah, but everybody, when he came out, were like, oh, this guy's a future Mr. Olympia. And then he just disappeared.
And he was an amateur.
I think people talked about Kuklo that way, which Kuklo has potential for sure.
You know, got a lot of hype early on too. Was Brandon Ray. I love Brandon, but he got a lot of hype early, and then fell off for a while.
But a lot of these things, I mean, it's not that it's not right. Brandon Ray had a great physique; he just couldn't put it together. Yeah. So, but yeah, there was a period of time where every time somebody good showed up, people were like, "That's a future Mr. Olympia," and I think people stopped saying that because it just never happened.
There were crazy guys back then, man. Like back in like early 2000s and shit.
Like who?
Like Chris Cook?
Chris Cook was a big one.
Orville Burke. Freak.
Orville. Yeah, Orville was a monster.
Orville Burke.
Mm-hmm.
You don't remember him?
Yeah, tiny waist, massive lats, but high lats. So his waist it looked great because his lats were so high.
Remember Caprice Murray?
Yeah,
I remember him.
His fucking legs were like balloons.
Insanity.
Yeah. He just disappeared, didn't he?
He got something with his kidneys or something. He got really sick.
Huh. Well, you guys want to hit some questions?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. My bird is currently ghosting me because I won't book a holiday around the shows. I'm set to compete this year. Is it time to get rid of her?
This is definitely a European because they said bird and vacation. And they meant shit. they
holiday.
Yeah, holiday. They said bird and holiday, and we say chicken vacation. So that person's definitely not from around these parts.
Yes, absolutely get rid of her. Any girl in the beginning of your career that's making you choose between your career and them is a for sure red flag. It's only going to get worse.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Kick it to the curb.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, look, anybody who's with a chick that doesn't support because this fucking thing's hard, man.
If a girl's gonna make you choose,
no, but this is hard on the relationship. Like,
but you got to be honest up front. I was always honest up front in my relationship. Like, yo, this is what I do. This is how much I travel. Like, this is how I get when I'm dieting. Like, I could be gone for weeks. Like, you got to understand. Like, like I'm very like right up front, and they're always like, okay, no problem. I can do it. I'm independent. I like my own time. Blah 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 blah. And then
until it happens,
they suck you in, and then 6 months later, it's like everything you warned them about is like.
Yeah, but I believe every guy needs a woman to help them win. Guy, you're really one of the only few people I know that does a lot on your own.
But maybe guy would be Mr. Olympia if he had a piece to help him.
I think he has too many pieces. I think that's the problem.
I have zero. The only fucking pieces I got are motherfucking Reese's. Okay, I got nothing. Reese's piece is the only thing up in his house.
We call Guy fucks a lot. That's what you learn.
Bro, that's not. Dude, this is why I'm gonna be single, because everybody watching this fucking godforsaken podcast think I walk around like a fucking idiot trying to fucking bang everything. And you know, Fouad I go, Fouad, do you know that for a fact? He goes, no, I just think I know.
No, I said if you hear enough stories from someone, you piece them together and you get a picture.
Yes, but you don't know if those stories are about the same person.
Yeah, I do.
Huh?
Yeah, I do. You've told me about many different stories.
Okay, can you on a hand? Just I want to flash. How many girls I've told you about? Just quick number.
It's not. I think.
No, this is just quick.
Like 6.
I'm 39.
Yeah, but you told me about 6. Yeah, but you told me about 6, and we don't talk. We don't talk, and that's only the popular ones.
Oh, so now you're saying I only slept with popular fitness people?
No, I'm saying there's a bunch of no names around all those 6. That's what I'm saying.
How do you know?
Because it has to be.
Maybe I just shoot for the stars all the time.
Just go for the top.
Oh God.
No, but I was saying, look, if you're gonna,
I'm gonna tell you what it is. This is what it is about me. And I was actually talking to my buddy. No, I was actually talking to my father on the way home before I got on the podcast. And I go, it's really hard because I was married and then I was divorced. And like, obviously there's been a big chunk where I've had like a girlfriend, but most of my girlfriends have been like in Florida, in Massachusetts, like not close. So I'm alone a lot. And it's very hard when you're alone as much as me. It's like to be told what to do or to like let somebody invade your space, because I'm so fucking used to like having everything in my house, my way, this is there, that, like, it's all my shit, nobody else's. And then like to have somebody come in after so long and try to like change your way of living. Like I have a fucking hard time with
but that's not going to get easier. The older you get, the worse that gets, because you get more and more stuck in your ways. Yeah, at some point you have to give up control.
Well, I've tried, but then I've been in relationships where like, I'm like, okay. And then it's like, but you have to move. Like I've been in situations where I was like, you have to move within 2 years, or like this relationship just isn't going to work. And I'm like, I have a lot of pride. Like my house isn't a fucking mansion, but like I put a lot of fucking time and effort and like manual labor into my own fucking house too. So it's like for me to fucking just give it up. I've literally been in a relationship where like they want more than one occasion. I had a girl that wanted me to fucking move to Florida, and I'm like, not happening.
Yeah, but just get them to move to you. Just be like, fuck.
I have tried, bro. In both occasions, the one who I was dating in Florida, which you both know, I tried to get her family lived in Connecticut. My family lived in Jersey. It made no sense for me to go to Florida. Yeah. So,
well, stop shooting for the stars and start fucking trying to meet girls around your house.
My dogs didn't even like that.
All right. We should do no, let's not do that. If bodybuilding is everything that you live for, shouldn't you sacrifice everything you have for it? Just a random question.
He was going to do a Rate My Physique, Sergio, and then he realized it was me and you and skipped right over it.
No, that's not true.
He was like, this kid's going to get destroyed. We're just going to skip over that.
No, we'll do one. We'll do a couple at the end.
So what was the question?
I forgot. Let's move on.
That means it wasn't good.
Yo, bro, so what do you think about dating the other personal trainer at the gym? I'm a personal trainer, and so is she. She is competing in 20 weeks, and so am I. Oh my God, that's a horrible idea.
Yeah. Just them both competing.
That's a horrible fucking
dating. I've done it. It's
first of all, you're both competing at the same time, so you're gonna kill each other. Second of all, you work in the same place, so you're gonna see each other all the fucking time. This is just a recipe for.
If you break up, you're both going to be fucking miserable. If one of you moves on and brings somebody else to the gym, one of you are going to have a fucking blowout.
The horrible idea, man. Don't do that shit.
And they're both meeting each other when they're not really themselves. You're not yourself.
That's a great. Somebody said that to me along. Who was that? Was that? I think Ian and Melissa were talking about that.
What?
That you can't meet when it's based on the gym, or if you're in a position where you're not yourself. Like if you're getting ready for a show.
Yeah,
you have to meet when you're like your normal self, which is usually
when you're fat.
Yeah. You have to meet at that time
when you're not false advertising, like all peeled and ripped and like chiseled face.
No. You're just personality's different.
Yeah.
And I think Melissa brought up a good point too. I think it was her. She said, if your relationship's based on competition, it's a horrible idea, because the second one of you stops doing it, your relationship falls apart, which I've seen happen a whole bunch of times. Guy and a girl get together, the girl decides she doesn't want to fucking compete no more, and then the guy's like still wants to compete, but now they don't get along anymore because the girl wants to go out and party and the guy's still competing. So,
well, what's the percentage of people that have both competed that have stayed together? I only know Branch and Trish.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't work for me. Like I did it. I did it for 5 or 6 years, and I was like, "Fuck."
It didn't work for me.
It doesn't work. Oh, sore subject.
No. My ex, no. Me and my ex-wife are very good friends.
Well, that makes one of us.
Yeah. No, you knew.
Fuck, I forgot you were married before, Sergio.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
How long was your marriage?
3 years.
Guy, how long was yours? Tell me it was less than 3 years. I'm gonna laugh.
No, it was like 4.5.
Okay. I was gonna say.
I think I almost reached a 5-year mark.
Oh, this is a good one. What do you do if you have a strong crush on a girl, but you're in a committed relationship?
That means you're not in a committed relationship.
This is like the question every dude. This is like answering like the meaning of life right now.
We should let Fouad answer this.
Fuck you guys.
Yeah. Host 102.
I wouldn't have a strong crush on a girl because I don't put myself in those situations. My dad told me once a long time ago, if you want to stay out of trouble, don't put yourself in fucking situations where you're going to get yourself in trouble. So I just stay fucking clear of that shit. I can't.
And if he has a crush on somebody, that means he's been talking to her. So he crossed the line anyway.
That's what
I said. That means he's not in a committed relationship.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah, because if he's got a strong crush, either he falls in love really easily and he just fell in love with her looks. More likely he's talking to her every day on Instagram or some shit.
Listen, I'm not perfect. I've done that before, like been like dating somebody and like you start like you get like a message and then you message them back and then you're like, oh, like she's kind of cool. And then you're like, fuck, I'm in a bad spot. Like I did that one time and I was like, I will never do that again because it's just fucking it's a rabbit hole. So if you are really serious with the girl you're with, just tell the other one it's a wrap.
Yeah. Yeah, it's better just not.
But the fact that he's asking that question shows he doesn't really care about the chick he's with.
I mean, look, the other solution or the other answer to the question is this: are you fucking married to the girl you're with? Do you have any kids with her? Because if you're
Can I ask you a question?
Wait a second. If you're not married and you don't have kids, then don't just stay there for no fucking reason.
Okay, but I have I swear to God, I have friends that look at being married and dating differently. Meaning in their heads, if they're just dating somebody, like they're committed, but like if something else comes along, like they'll still look at other options, but they'll say like, once I'm married, I'm married. But if I'm dating somebody, I can still, in their mind, they're like, yeah, I date, but I'll still like look around see if something better comes. And I'm like, that's like,
it depends how long you're
like, do you guys believe in that? And like, if you're just dating, you're not really like tied in. So like, you shouldn't really be super faithful if something comes along.
No.
Well, then answer this. What is the difference between being engaged and dating?
This wasn't I don't believe this, by the way. So that's.
I don't know, man.
You're asking for a friend.
No, I swear to God, I do not think like that at all. I don't.
No, I know you don't.
But I have friends and I'm like, I can't. I literally said, I can't do that.
There's two ways to look at it. One way to look at it is there's literally no difference between being in a long-term relationship and being married except for a piece of paper. So if you're with a chick for like 3 or 4 fucking years, just because you don't have a ring on her finger, doesn't mean it's okay to just go fuck around. The other way to look at it is I'm not married yet, and I'm not going to fucking stop until I find the girl I like. I mean, if you're honest about it, I don't see a problem with it. But if you're with somebody for like 2 years and you're out fucking around because you don't consider it being together, then that's kind of fucked up.
If somebody found a girl that knew she was they were dating and he was still looking for something better if it possibly came along, I want to know who that person was.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that exists.
No, it's not a fucking no. I don't think any girl enters into a long-term relationship is like, it's okay if you go look around.
Swingers.
No, none.
Yeah.
But here's the other thing. What if the thing that grabs your attention on this crush isn't even really physical? Because then that means, what if you have a better like friendship or more in common with this person? Because once you're attracted to things that aren't really all physical, you're super fucked.
Oh yeah, I was going to say it's worse.
Right.
You know, we all.
But then that means you shouldn't be with the person you're with then, because this person that you just met already has a better connection with you.
But what is the situation? Like, play the scenario out. The guy you're talking about, is he married, or is he just like, is he not married?
No, not married. Married, you don't have to ask me or Guy what we think where we side on when you're married and cheating.
No. This is what I'm. No. This is what I'm saying. No. This is what I meant. Like, if you're not married and you don't have kids, and you meet somebody, you have a crazy connection, then do whatever the fuck you want. If you want to leave, go leave, right? But if you're,
well, yeah, you need to leave and then explore it, not explore it while you're still there.
But there's one other problem though. Let's say you're in a relationship and it's 2, 3, 5 years in, right? Whether you're married or not married, the person that comes along is going to be way more interesting, regardless.
That's true, right?
Because it's new.
That's right. So it doesn't mean the tricky thing. I think for people that stay in long-term relationships, like I've been with Summer for 15 years, those people have to understand that the grass is always going to be fucking greener, and the person you meet that's brand new is going to be way more interesting than the person you've been with for 10 fucking years.
Do you think sometimes you have to be in that relationship and see if the grass is greener to realize it's not, to come back? Because I see that happen more times than anything. And really, I've seen friends get together, one of them go like take a break, go explore for like, let's say a couple weeks to a month, and then come right back, and then that's it. Yeah, I've seen it happen so many times.
I did that. Like I said, me and Summer, we got together. We were together for a year, and we broke up for a year, and then we got back together.
Yeah.
Once I realized I fucked up, I'm like, oh no, these other girls aren't shit. I went back, and I was like, that's it.
But do you think that has to happen? Because like it kind of seems like that. Like a lot of people too. Most of my friends that I know that are married long term have been married before too.
Yeah.
It's like you got to like find the one before the one.
When you were split up, when you split with Summer, did she date anyone?
No.
See, because that's also the killer, is that sometimes you might be like, all right, you know what, I want to go venture out. And then they just go on a date, like even just to dinner. And now you're like, oh, the thought of that person being with someone else.
You'd be like, man, we got to all take a Rimidex. We need like a pause.
Why?
Because this is
we're trying to help. We're trying to help.
This is like Dr. Phil type shit right now. I don't like all
right, fine. How much testosterone should? How much Anavar or Anadrol? You want to go back to the normal shit, guy? Okay.
All of it.
Let's talk about our feelings. I love you.
Let's. I take 100 milligrams of Anadrol a day, 1,000 milligrams of test.
Fucking Roman Reigns is gonna be like, no, Fouad.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. We can't talk about PEDs. Okay, fine. We'll move on. Hey, listen, there's a lot of different scenarios. I'm sure guys there are wondering. My biggest thing is, my biggest point I'm trying to make of all this is the grass is always fucking greener, but it never really is.
I'm gonna say,
listen, I had a therapist before. He told me something. He's like, you only get.
You had a therapist? No.
Yeah, 100%. So, listen, he told me you only get 80%. You never get the full 100. And he's like, you have to learn. The person you stay with is a person that you know what that 20% is, and it's a 20% you can handle for the rest of your life.
Like the 20% crazy?
Yeah, you'll never get. He's like, it doesn't matter if you're a girl or a guy. There's always going to be 20% you don't like. So you just have to find the 20% that you don't like that you can deal with. Like, what is the 20% that bothers you? Is she dressed a certain way? Does she hang out with guys a lot? Is she jealous? Is she whatever the 20% is?
Does she want to peg you?
Yeah, it's going to be, yeah. Does she want to peg you, guy? Guy, you've been pegged for sure, haven't you?
Peg?
Peg. He doesn't even know what it is.
You saw how he said it, like pegged? That's actually what he looks up on porn.
You know what? No. So is that like?
Do you know what pegging is?
Is that like your location on your phone?
Yeah. You peg yourself.
Like pin. Like, is that like a pin? I'm being dead serious. I have no idea what you're talking about. What's peg?
You don't know what pegging is?
It's only funny because you are serious.
I am. What is peg?
It's a strap on.
Being pegged is when a girl puts a strap on and bangs you in your ass.
Are you serious?
Yes.
There's a fucking acronym for that?
Yes.
What does it stand for?
It's not an acronym. It's a word.
No, it's like peg.
Peg. P-E-G.
Like if somebody's like, oh, we got pegged, I think with a baseball, like he got fucking pegged with a ball.
Like a bat.
Dodgeball, I pegged him.
No.
Now I'm never using that word again. Thanks, guys. Every time somebody goes, yo, I'm going to peg you. I'm going to be like, ah.
Well, just saying, guys, it's a thing.
So wait, but tell me this is not true though. What? Most relationships that I've been in, oh man, I hope nobody watches this.
Everyone's gonna watch it.
it's kind of like, and well, Sergio, I don't know. I think me and Sergio are more alike as far as personalities than me and you. But when I'm in relationships, it's kind of like if I want the relationship to be really, really fucking good, it can be amazing. And if I want it to be shit, I can make it shit.
Yeah, but that goes for anybody.
No, but I don't think. I think I have a lot of friends that don't wear the pants, and it's not like that at all.
Oh, you mean like you have control of where the
like if I'm like I'm alpha, so like
why the fuck would you say that I don't have that? You think I don't wear the pants in my own house?
What the Sergio? I have a question for you. Did I hold on? Did I say that I didn't think?
Didn't he say that? He's like, Sergio, me and you are alike. I'm not.
No,
like
our personalities are alike.
Oh, okay.
So that's all I was saying.
Oh, okay. I thought you were.
I'll answer the question. I'll answer the question though. I think Summer wears the pants though. 100%.
No.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'll tell you the truth.
Here we go.
I'm going to tell you the truth.
This by 10 minutes.
It's okay. I'm going to tell you the truth. I wear the pants
50% of the time.
But no, I wear the pants, but I love my wife, so she gets whatever she wants. We'll put it that way.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I guess I don't know if that's the same thing or not.
But do you know what I'm saying?
It's a saying that Aceto says. He says the smartest person in the room doesn't need to be known as the smartest person in the room.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, right.
Yeah.
You're running shit, but she thinks she is.
Well, I wouldn't put it that way.
Oh wait, are you saying you're kind of like the out like I know what you're saying. Like you I know what you're saying.
I'm saying if I want to do something, if I want something in the relationship, or let's say I want to move to a different house or whatever, I can usually get what I want, but I never want her to be unhappy. So I give her what she wants.
She gets what she wants too. So you show. So you're kind of like run the house, but she's the queen.
I'll take a back seat for her to be happy. Let's put it.
Yeah, there's a king and a queen.
Yeah. Anyway, go on with what you're saying since we sidetracked.
I don't know. You fucking steered me so far off the goddamn road.
Okay, fine.
No, I know what you were saying, guy, because we've all been in a relationship when you want out, you
make it bad for no reason, and then you get mad at the person and start screaming and yelling at him, and then in your head you're like, you're making this fucking so miserable for no reason. And it's because like I've been in relationships where I've done that because I didn't want to end it, and I was like, I'm just gonna be miserable, and then like they would hang on for dear life, and I'm like, damn, they really fucking don't want to leave.
Yeah, I tried that once, and then you just start to feel guilty because you're like, I've made this so horrible, and she's not going to go anywhere.
I try to do that with our friendship and see what happens every fucking Tuesday night.
You call me, motherfucker. All right, let's go back to some bodybuilding questions so Guy can relax about the Arimidex.
Guy can relax.
Can you rate my physique?
People are going to be fucking breaking up and getting together and having kids after this podcast.
What do you think? What do you think?
And what?
Should we rate this guy?
There's a fucking bear shit in the woods. What I say last week? One-legged duck swim in a circle.
Yeah, I like that one.
I got to come up with a new one though.
Okay. This guy's got Diesel in his name, so.
He sucks.
All right.
Oh, we didn't start.
Okay.
Usually when you got to call yourself jacked.
He is 5'11", 195.
Oh, Sergio, take a bite.
Last time on stage, he was 194. Could have been way better conditioned. This offseason, I was 232. I'm starting my prep for October and November now. Would be cool to get your professional and honest criticism. You say that now, but you're not going to like what you hear.
Well, if he's tall, all you have to do is just go to his legs.
Well, I don't even think we have to go to his legs. I mean, sorry. I don't know how to say this. Mark, I don't know how to say that, but there's a lot of work needs to be done here. Yeah. I'm not sure if this is, I don't think it's bodybuilding. I think it's classic or physique. Is anybody going to say anything?
I'm waiting for a picture that I won't say he needs to work on everything.
I'm trying to find. Why did people ask to be? I would not listen, man. I'm sorry to be mean, but I wouldn't be asked to be rated if I needed to work on this many things.
Yeah, if you have to go this far to try and find a picture.
You know what I think happens sometimes, and correct. Oh,
there we go.
He looks less shitty there.
Okay, let's just give it.
What I think happens is I think some people maybe he was like severely obese or like really looked like complete dog shit. And I think for a lot of people, they get into their best shape and they're kind of like a little bit delusional, but
no, it's so true. Absolutely. That happens all the time.
Their journey's a little different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they'll lose 100 pounds.
You know the problem.
And to them, losing the 100 pounds means they have a good physique, but it just like, did he have surgery?
You know what the problem, guys, is?
Hold on. Just go back to that last shot. I'm going to prove my point. He had skin surgery because I guarantee what I just said. It's got to be guaranteed that he was really severely fat.
Okay, can I make just a quick point of this rate your physique thing? I think people don't realize how hard we are on ourselves. Like sometimes I'll make a post and I'll be like, yeah, I'm feeling chubby, blah, blah, blah. I'm in the off season. And people are like, oh, I can still see your abs, man. You look awesome. And I'm like, I don't think they realize like what we see when we look at the mirror and like how.
What we think is a good physique.
What we think is a good physique. What we think is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
So they apply to this thing and like they want to be rated, but they're looking at it with their eyes, their friends in the gym. They're not looking at it like guys who are compete with the best in the world.
And the sad part is that all the friends in the gym that you just mentioned, probably not one of them said he had to fucking fix something.
Well, to them, he probably looks amazing. Like
that's what I'm saying.
This is my whole point. So the average person, that guy looks amazing.
Yep.
But if you're being rated by guys who compete at the highest level, it's not going to be a good rating. Yeah. Like you're not going to get a positive review. So I don't even know if we should give a number. Let's just say there's a lot of work to be done and move on from there. Sound good?
I'll go with it too.
Yeah, I mean, if Sergio just had to get it out. He's like, I gotta rate him. I gotta say it.
But no, sometimes they need that, you know, because you're right, Guy. You're 100% on with this guy. That's what he had. Is probably a crazy transformation. The people around him, of course, are blowing his head up, like how great he looks because he does look amazing.
And dude, congrats! If you lost a fucking ton of weight where you had to get skin surgery to remove it, fucking God bless you. That's fucking great.
Yeah. Well, and this is what I'm trying to say. The rating scale we use, and this is why we always say rating as a professional, rating as an amateur. Those are still competitive things, right? Like this
if
guy.
You're gonna ask Tom Brady to rate your fucking throw, you better fucking know how to throw a fucking football.
That's what I mean. Like if we're rating, like if he says, hey, rate my physique in societal terms, I'm like, you're a fucking 10 out of 10. You look amazing. You have abs. You're fucking defined. As far as guys walking around the street, you look fucking great.
Yeah.
But if we're saying rate my physique in terms of competitive bodybuilding, either at the highest amateur level or at the professional level,
you look like a wet bag of mice.
There's a lot of work to be done. Okay.
I don't know how you come up with these.
A wet bag of mice. I don't even know what the fuck that means.
Think about it. Think about it. What a bag of mice, all wet. It's all soggy.
I can see a bag of milk.
Like a soggy, like a soaking wet, like a soggy stuffed animal.
All right, I got you.
Is that the porn you look up?
Gerbil porn? You put gerbils in your butt? Yeah, that's how you do.
I bet you he doesn't even know about that.
Listen. The fact
you know about the gerbils in your butt?
What?
You know about gerbils in your ass?
He doesn't. Richard Gere.
You don't know anything about gerbils in your butt?
Richard Gere had a gerbil stuck up his butt. Had to get it taken out.
What?
It's a sex
in there when he was sleeping?
It's a sex thing. They do it on purpose.
No, it's a sex thing.
A live gerbil.
Yeah, or hamster.
A live gerbil in a butthole without killing it.
I don't know.
That you can't be. It's not possible.
I've never done it. I can't tell you.
if you do it OnlyFans,
what size asshole did this gerbil walk through? Was it like a cave? How do you ram a live animal in a butt?
Well, if you
like, how do you put a square? How do you put a square through a circle?
I was gonna attempt to explain it, and I'm not even gonna fuck up.
Well, no, I actually now that I know what peg is, which thank you, Sergio. And Fouad, Sergio, now I know that gerbils can be. I can go to a pet store to get a sex toy. So Sergio, can you explain?
I want to know, Sergio. Sergio, you know what docking is?
What?
Yeah, I know what docking is. When you're talking about two dicks.
Am I disconnected from society?
Do you know what docking is?
I know. Yeah, I guess when fucking dicks play fucking.
Isn't it when you take two?
No, it's one uncircumcised and one circumcised.
And the uncircumcised wraps his skin, his foreskin around the circumcised.
What's that called?
Docking.
So the anteater attacks the other one.
With that pincer wall. Damn that visual. Damn it.
I want to know how that like happened. Like, who fucking came up with that? Like,
wait,
hey,
can I ask a serious question? Because if I tell one of my buddies, yo, you want to know what docking is? And I tell them, they're gonna be like, what the fuck's wrong with you? I'll be like, I got taught it on a podcast. You can actually go watch it. Where did you guys learn about these fucking phenomenal terms like docking and peg that I never gerbils up people's behinds?
I think pegging came up in a porn search by accident for me. And
by accident.
Well, yeah, you know, shit comes up all the time, right? And
literally. He just described begging.
And Paul taught, believe it or not, and this is gonna sound so bad. I just said it, and I'm like, fuck, I shouldn't have said it. Paul taught me about docking, not literally, not literally, like verbally.
So which one of you guys is uncircumcised?
He verbally taught me about docking.
Would you say he orally taught you?
Fuck you.
No, you know what the worst one?
Oh.
No, the worst one is shrimping.
What's shrimping?
Do you know what shrimping is?
No.
Like bubba gum?
Shrimping is when a guy comes in another guy's ass and you take a straw and then suck the cum out and then blow it into their mouth.
Who the fuck gets off on that?
I don't know. That's a Florida thing. I learned that in Florida.
Who taught you that?
Like which straw to use, or
dude, there's some nasty. Listen, the one thing I can't deal with is anything shit related.
No, yeah, right. I still can't finish 2 girls, 1 cup.
Oh no, I don't know how anybody watches that shit. Like it's so fucking disgusting. I'm like, yeah, it's too much. Anyway, okay. So guy, you're learning a whole bunch today.
Oh my god, my fucking abs, dude. Oh god, that was fucking disgusting.
All right, let's go back to bodybuilding.
Oh wait, you ready for this movie review time?
What?
Great fucking movie. So out of the blue, I was doing a live stream the other night, and you know who Craig Goliath is, the big motherfucking jack dude?
Yeah,
yeah, we know who he is. He's another guy who could do an OnlyFans and it wouldn't ruin his reputation.
He's right here. He just popped up on my Instagram.
He's a fucking great dude. He's hilarious.
Why is he always with like 5 porn star chicks?
And because he's fucking just hilarious.
That's his life, eh? He's fucking
And he's got a gorgeous home in Vegas. Like his home's gorgeous.
Fucking superstar over here, eh?
So I'm on a live feed, right? And he comes on and we're talking. And he was the one that mentioned the human centipede. Okay. Yeah. So he goes, I know this is going to sound horrible. He's like, but watch this movie. You're not going to regret it. And I was like, what's it called? And he goes, I Spit on Your Grave. And I go, why would I watch something called I Spit on Your Grave? I go, what is it about? And I'm going to tell you exactly what he told me, because even though I'm going to tell you, you have to fucking watch it, because it was literally probably one of the top 3 best horror films I've ever seen. And I was blown the fuck away how good it was. We're not big
on horror movies though.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's about a journalist who goes like down south away for the summer, or she's not a journalist, she's a book writer, like to write a book. And these guys break into her house. Now, I can't watch rape scenes, so it's not like that. It's not like a nasty rape scene because they don't show that shit. But it's important to watch what happens, because what ends up happening is like they all rape her. They go to kill her. She jumps. Because he told me the same thing, but you still have to watch. I'm not ruining anything in the movie.
All right.
Because this is the main point. She survives. She jumps in the fucking river. She comes back and she fucking kills every one of the guys in a way that they abused her when they were fucking raping her. And she fucks them up. And it's like the whole movie, like I'm a man sitting there and she's fucking these dudes up. And I'm like, fuck yeah, bitch. Fucking I'm like, yes. Like she fucking goes to town and it's awesome. She comes back and fucking, I think 5 or 6 of them, takes every single one of them out.
You watch the most fucked up movies, you know?
Dude, it was, you ready for this? My buddy, who's a cop, who lives down the road, was on the live stream. I said, dude, you want to come over and watch this fucking movie? He's like, yeah, I'll come by. We watched it and he goes, that was fucking awesome.
What was it called?
I swear to the fucking title sounds disgusting. It's called I Spit on Your Grave, the 2010 version.
Netflix?
Yeah, no, Amazon Prime. It wasn't on Netflix. I looked.
All right, I'm gonna check it out. If it's
me too.
It was awesome. It was fucking really good.
I'm always looking for movies.
I was really hesitant because I don't like shit like that. Like I can't watch rape scenes and girls. It just turns my stomach. But that movie was awesome. You're not going to be sorry. Right. So check it out.
Going back to what we were talking about before, this question came up. If you had to smash in one position for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh man.
Sergio's hard. He's like,
Sergio just turned into a fucking statue.
You go first, guy.
Why does it get thrown on me?
It's not that hard it's not that really hard a choice. Is it really that hard a choice?
It's really not. It would have been a better would you rather question.
Yeah, that'd be better.
Well, I'm just reading what's written here. So
well, it just goes off of what you're into. So I'm a boob guy. So I would pick missionary.
You're a boob guy? I would have never guessed that.
Mm-hmm.
Missionary. Missionary's not good for boobs.
What are you talking about?
Why?
What do you mean? You got a fucking clear sky view.
What do you mean? They push them together.
He's saying they're not hanging and dangling.
They're not. Yeah, they're just kind of spread.
Seems like they're mushed together. So they're.
I like them pushed together.
Yeah, but if they're on top of you, you can push them together yourself, and you can let them go. They go all over the place.
Yeah, but then you're saying that for the rest of your life, the woman is going to be in control of sex? Never. No way.
For the rest of my life, I'm going to lay on my back and enjoy myself. Yes.
Damn, when you put it that way. Wait. Was pegging one of the options?
I was going to say doggy style, but I think
I'm a big knees to the ear type of guy.
Knees to the. Oh, really?
Yeah.
What if you get a girl
like hanging off the bed, like knees up?
Yeah, but what if you get a girl that's not that flexible?
That's missionary.
Missionary is just like you're laying on the bed. Like
no. I thought missionary is that they're on their back and you are in control.
Yeah, but legs up is a different scenario.
He said position. You gave scenario. I gave specific position.
Legs up is a better variation than just straight missionary.
Yeah, I like legs up.
You like legs up like wheelbarrow, or you like to push the legs all the way back?
It depends how fucking aggressive I am. If I'm being aggressive, I'll fucking yank those legs straight back.
That means it depends on how tall they are.
But if it's not, first of all, I don't really go after girls. I don't go girls longer than me. So I'll either fucking peg leg them or just let them turkey leg over my shoulder and just let it flop.
You don't go for girls taller than you? Is that what you said?
I don't date girls that are tall. I never dated a girl that's taller than me.
I don't believe that for some reason. So you don't have a tall fetish?
You guys make fun of me for everything. Just add a tall chick into that mix.
Huh. Okay. So you date.
I'm not saying I've never messed around with a tall girl, but I've never held hands with a tall girl in public.
So you prefer shorter girls, and you prefer.
I have to have a shorter girl. Dude, first of all,
your favorite position is legs up.
No girl who's tall likes a short dude.
I don't feel like legs up is a good choice.
You're still on that?
Yeah.
See what happens. See how stuck you get on something.
Well, because I'm trying to think about it.
I was going to a completely different conversation.
Yeah, but
you're still thinking about me banging broads. That's why you think I'm a whore.
But think about it. Legs up. You don't have a good view of the ass, and you can't really. The boobs are kind of like there, but they're not.
You got both holes too.
You can still get both holes from the top.
Yeah, but that's
It's even better than you can.
I don't know. The one hole on top's a little iffy.
No, it's not.
Why
would it be?
So it's just a little more dangerous. You fucking miss, but that thing pops out a little easier.
All right.
Would you rather not be able to use your hands ever again or your mouth ever again?
Oh.
You mean just for sex?
Wait, for sex? Yeah.
What do you mean? When do we live?
How am I going to eat? How am I going to eat? I'm fucked either way. I'll be like this. You're talking about just in the sack?
Yes.
I could do without my hands, I think.
How? What are you nubbing her?
What are you talking about?
You're just giving her the nub?
What do you mean? I'm not going to bang her with my hands. What are you
giving the old chicken wing?
But I'd rather be able to put the tits in my mouth. I don't want to fucking grab. I mean, if I have to choose between putting the tit in my mouth or grabbing with my hand.
Think of you without hands sucking a boob. It's looking like a seal.
It's great. Think about having hands but no mouth. You can't suck on the boob. Then what?
I don't know. I would need my hands.
No, I would need my mouth.
Yeah, but then you can't.
I think it just helps them.
Like lick, spit, bite, pull.
You can't use your mouth. You can't go down or nothing. You're fucked.
Yeah, but your mouth.
So
but you can't grab anything. But you can use your mouth as a hand and like fucking.
What did you say? It's not a problem for me. What?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Wait, what?
Well, he's saying that he can't go down on her. Do you come from going down on girls?
Me?
Yeah.
No, but I like.
No, I fucking love eat. I like
that she's enjoying it.
Yeah, I'll have a motherfucking picnic down there.
Look,
I'm not saying that.
We just figured out how selfish Sergio is. He's like, what?
No, I'm not saying
he's like, what? You actually eat vagina? You serious? You actually like it?
Wait,
your face is in there.
He's like, it doesn't.
You guys have sex with women? Wait a minute.
Sergio's like, it doesn't do anything for me. Who cares?
He's like, I told her I'm still on the peg topic.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I think I'd rather have my mouth.
Sergio, doesn't
you literally would have no hands. You would just have two nubs.
But do I have feeling at the end of the nubs?
You can't say no. This is ridiculous. This
like
is
I mean, I guess you would have to.
Yeah, so I would just nub them.
Yeah, so you can feel you.
Oh God.
Well, that's saying, one. Hey, Fouad, that'd be one big finger, bro.
No, I don't mean there. I mean like to grab her boobs. I would just nub them with my hands.
Would you attempt to nub her?
Of course.
Can you do that?
Okay,
again?
Let's stop. Okay, stop.
You look like the guy from Family Guy with
No, you look like you know the boxing guys when they like the old school boxing guys. Like
the robotic guys. All right, it's gone too far. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Where are we? What are your guys' views on? Oh, actually, that's kind of interesting. We'll step away from nonsense for a second. What are you guys' views on the Elite Pro League and the athletes competing in it? What's that guy's name? Michael Kurzak or something like that?
No, I thought it was.
I'm sure I just butchered his name, but
wasn't it Raphael saying? Wasn't it him?
No. I mean the guy who just won their whole thing.
Oh, like their version of like the Olympia?
Yeah. What the fuck is his Russian guy? He's got a great physique. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Is he like he was like a very white, light-skinned guy?
Yeah.
But I didn't think he had great lower body. Crazy arms.
No, there's two of them. There's two of them. One's like short, one's tall, but they look the same.
Do you know who I'm talking about, Sergio? Do you know his name or no?
Yeah, nah, I don't. I follow him. I follow both of them. One's tall and one's short.
I got it. Mikhail Krizo. I'm sure I still fucked up his name, but at least I'm a little closer.
The shorter one is ridiculous.
So I've been.
That's what I was thinking of.
Well, if you can give, this is the guy you're thinking of, guy?
No. I'm thinking of a different guy. There's another one.
Oh wait, no, I don't know.
Okay, wait a minute. This guy just won. I think this guy just won their like main contest.
Yeah, they went against each other.
Where's the other guy? I want to see if I'm. I think I might be confused. Actually, is this that shorter guy?
Okay, that's him on stage. I'm sure.
I want to
see if they slide over. No, it's just focused on him. It's his back.
Okay, yeah, this is the guy I was thinking about. I wasn't super impressed with that.
I feel like he could be harder, but it is impressive. I just is something not.
Right.
There.
He's not like he's like not hard. I don't know. From the back, he just crazy physique.
Yeah, it's the other guy that he went against that looks way better.
Which guy? This guy here, Sergio?
Isn't he an Italian? Isn't that some Italian dude?
They went against each other for this show.
Yeah, I don't know who it is. I don't know this guy's name. Okay, so it doesn't matter. This guy's the winner. So I just want to ask you guys. I think he called out Blessing or something, but regardless of that, how do you think this guy fares against like Rami or any of the top 5 Olympians?
Rami would rock.
No, but you can't put him. You can't even put him. Their top guy isn't even the top 6 here.
That's what I'm asking. So you think Akeem?
This is like.
So let's say this: who would he
junior
beat?
Competition?
Who would he beat?
I think he looks like if he was shredded, I think he looks like he could be in this shot anyway.
In this picture, yeah. Would he beat Kuklo?
I don't know, because when he's posing, like this last shot we were looking at of him posing, he looks strange, like in some, like, see there, like that looks good.
Yeah, it's his abs.
But his legs almost don't look like they match his upper body, even though they're big.
His tan also looks like dog shit.
But that's all their tan over there. All the other countries, they always have weird tan.
I don't know. You know, it's a tough call. I'd have to.
He's got a great physique, you know, no matter what.
I'd have to see him next to Kuklo, but it could be. Not
That hamstring's good.
Not in this condition. He has to be.
He almost looks like he doesn't have an ass.
Well, he sucked it in there to try and get the hamstring, the glutes to come out.
He doesn't though. He's got a small hump behind.
Yeah. It's not big.
And people are like, "Why are you saying that?" Because it matters when you actually don't have glutes or a big enough ass. It throws the physique off.
It's weird. He's got a. I can't put my finger on it. Okay, so what are we saying? He can be top 10 at this Olympia?
No.
You don't think he'd be top 10 at our Olympia?
No, because who was 10th? Wasn't it Hunter?
Justin was 10th. Dexter was 9th. Hunter was 8th.
No, because Justin was off. He would have an on Dexter would have beat him, an on Justin would have beat him. He maybe would have beat Hunter.
Well, Hunter
I think from the back. Hunter
no. Only because this guy's like 6 foot.
Yeah, he's taller.
He's a giant.
Yeah, but Hunter's way better from the back. Way better.
Does he beat Ian?
No, he doesn't beat Ian. Not Olympia Ian.
So he doesn't beat Ian or Akeem?
No.
Huh.
He'll beat Juan.
Juan's best?
No way.
No, because Juan's best from the back is actually one of the best.
Yeah, it's tough. We have to see him.
Juan will tell you he was off this year, Theo.
I just find it interesting. They do like, you know, I know we're like IFBB, but they are. I know IFBB physiques are better, but this is still good quality, man. Like they have good physiques.
That's a good shot.
Yeah.
But this is when he won the Arnold.
He looks harder here, and his tan's better, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like his legs don't match his upper body, though. The fullness of his upper body. And
I think him having small glutes is throwing his physique off. I swear to God.
Yeah, you could be right.
Sean Clarito.
From the front, he looks good. And every side and back shot, he looks off. And from the torso up, he looks great. And his legs aren't bad, but from his hamstring hangs. But
no, it's his ass. You know what? It's his midsection. Sergio's right. Because look here, when the midsection's covered, all this shit looks like it matches. Something with his midsection is throwing the bottom half off.
No, because in this how could you say that? Both of his front shots look good.
No,
with his shirt off.
No, his waist is not. His waist is a little bit wider. Because look at here, guy, with his stomach showing, the legs somehow don't look as good. But here with the stomach covered.
I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't. I mean, he doesn't look that. I don't think he looks that much better right there.
I think his legs look like they match upper body here.
I can say he's got a little wider of a waist, but from the front and his front shots are his most impressive. His side and back are the worst.
Yeah, I agree with you. And
I think that's because he doesn't have any fucking ass.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Yeah, it could be more than one thing. But anyway.
Yeah, no, okay. I thought you were saying that was like you disagreed that he didn't have an ass.
No. I agree.
I was like, he's got no glutes.
All right, Sergio, you got to go, or you got time for one more? Are you pissing right now? What are you doing, Sergio? You are. Sergio's taking a leak. You could have left your phone and came back to it.
Wow. And I'm the fucking one they call leaky. This guy's leaking on the fucking podcast. We've had me throw up and clip his toenails, and this mother's fucking holding his anaconda fucking in his apartment, taking a fucking whiz.
There's no shame on this podcast.
Zero.
I mean, I could turn the camera down for views.
We're good.
For views, he said.
I don't need views that bad. It's all right. All right, let's do one more. And I'm gonna roll and stop.
If you shake it more than twice, you're playing with it, buddy.
He's jerking off. Don't jerk off on the podcast.
Yeah, that's frowned upon.
Do you know from personal experience?
Well, and that's how Corona starts, folks. No hand wash. Don't ever touch Sergio's phone. Note to self.
But you wouldn't be able to use, if you didn't have hands instead of a mouth, would you ever be able to hold your dick?
How would you shit? No, it was just in bed.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't everywhere.
Because you better have some fucking hell of a fucking dedicated wife to be wiping your ass. They ain't wiping that with a nub.
All right, last question. Who would you have killed with what weapon if you were to kill the entire crew? Stone, chainsaw, a spoon, a flamethrower, or a wooden sword? I would kill a guy with a spoon.
Wait, it was
okay, because it'd be the slowest death. I would stone you to death. Actually, that's even better.
Can you really kill somebody with a wooden spoon? Is that even
isn't that when they stoning? Isn't that when they bury you to your neck? And
stoning is when everybody within this whatever place they all get a stone or stones and they put the fucking criminal or whoever they're incriminating and everybody from the community fucking.
But don't they bury them? Don't they bury them up to their?
Well, they just stone them till they're dead up till they're covered.
Huh.
Let's do a different one.
All right, let's do a different one.
Make it good.
Would you rather never lift a weight again and have your best physique forever and never lose it, or be able to lift anytime but can't develop or enhance your physique?
I'm banged up. I'll take never lift and look fucking sexy as fuck.
What kind of sicko would choose just to lift and never get results again?
Well, what if you really enjoy lifting though?
I do really enjoy lifting, but if I looked like I fucking lifted and I was jacked,
but now you're never allowed to again.
The whole point of bodybuilding is people go, well, how much you bench? I go, as long as it looks like I can bench 600 pounds, that's all I care about. Same thing. As long as I look like I go to the gym and I look fucking jacked, people ain't got to know where I fucking train. Do you go to gym? Yep.
But you just said you like training. So I'm saying now they're saying you can't train anymore.
Good. My shoulders, thank you. My knees, thank you. My back, thanks you. My elbows, thank you.
So you don't want to. So you don't want to.
But that's like having sex and not coming. Why would you do it?
It's like coming.
I'm coming in the gym. I'm coming on stage.
Like coming. Nobody got
Sergio.
You guys suck.
Sergio, do you chicken and rice? Do you use a spork or spoon? A fork or a spoon? Fork. I know I said spork. Fork or spoon?
I use a fork.
See, guy use a fork, right?
Yeah.
So who's the mental? Nick was the crazy one, right?
Yeah, he eats with a big spoon.
Yeah.
Right.
I find it weird if people eat chicken and fucking rice with a spoon.
No, I can understand it because what I will say, what I find myself doing at times is actually scooping it. I catch myself.
If you're eating out of Tupperware.
There are times I use my fork.
If you make chicken and rice at home and you put it in a plate, do you use a spoon or a fork?
I use a fork, but I'm saying I can see.
You just ride the fence all the time.
No, look, because I do this, but there will be times where I'll go like this and scoop it or do this.
Yeah, I don't do this with my fucking chicken and rice. Who the fuck does that with chicken and rice? It's not a salad. Who the fuck
sometimes I'll grab like a piece of two or chicken and then don't fucking come at me with my fucking fork etiquette, okay?
Well, I'm just saying, who pokes their chicken and rice? Nobody does that.
I was being overly dramatic so you could get the sense of.
Everybody scoops their chicken and rice. I just scoop with a fork.
I know, but I'm saying, okay.
Right?
I just can't eat with plastic silverware.
It's a weird thing. Bowl.
Yeah, I've done it.
No. You know what? Did you ever? Every time I go to those fucking ice cream shops, I used to always take the ice cream home because I hated eating ice cream with a plastic fucking spoon because they would always fucking snap.
Yeah.
All right, last one. Actually, I'm interested in this one because Sergio's got a different opinion on this shit all the time. Who would be your all-time favorite Olympia lineup? Top 10.
Oh my god.
We'll do this and that's it. That's it. We'll wrap it up after this.
So all 10 are going against each other.
Yeah, your favorite top 10. From 10 to 1, how would you rate your best Olympia lineup?
Oh, they mean literally from first.
Yep. So you think first is Ronnie. You said 99 Ronnie, right?
10 is a lot of people. Jesus.
Fine. Just do 5. Let's do 5.
It would actually be none of the Mr. Olympias, actually.
What?
My favorite bodybuilders aren't Mr. Olympias.
Oh, so you're saying, okay, so you're taking that route. So you're not saying.
So my lineup would be Kevin Levrone versus.
Your personal favorite.
Right.
Kevin Levrone first, then what?
Him versus Flex Wheeler versus Sean, of course. I mean, those. Fuck Sean Ray.
I'm glad I didn't have to fucking,
I'd want to see Rami And
That's such a diverse group.
yeah, because I like.
So you said Lavroni, Wheeler. Who's third?
I don't know who I said,
Rami.
but just those two. I would probably take two from every generation, to tell you the truth. I would want to see Lee Haney go against, well, I guess he's a Mr. Olympia. But all the second places I think are actually great. I would want to see Victor Martinez second place.
So like Lee Labrada second place.
Warren second place.
Yeah, all those second places. That would be a really cool thing to do, to see all the second places against each other.
That is a good idea. I've never thought of that.
For like the fucking ultimate bridesmaids Sandow.
Who is the best second? Well, Jay Cutler is probably the best.
It's no, because without them winning ever.
Oh, okay. Without them winning ever. So the best.
It's Victor. It's Victor by hands. It's hands down Victor.
So basically, you're saying the uncrowned Mr. Olympia. Who is the uncrowned Mr. Olympia?
Victor Martinez.
07?
Yeah, it's the most robbed person ever in the history of Mr. Olympias.
Robbed, yes, but I don't think better than Flex Wheeler.
But you're picking Flex Wheeler at the Arnold. That's what everybody does. I hate that. Whenever they want to talk about Flex Wheeler.
Oh, I didn't know it was second place at the Olympia. I thought it was just like out of those guys.
No, it has to be that physique.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Because the second place Flex Wheeler
specifically has to be Olympia physique only.
Well, wait a minute. Second place Flex Wheeler 99 against Ronnie. Isn't that better?
It was okay. His glutes weren't shredded.
Yeah, that's true.
The hamstrings were garbage.
What about Kai Green? You think he's better than Victor? Kai Green 12, 13?
If you take the Kai Green that won that first Arnold against Phil, yes.
That was 07.
But as a second place, no. Victor Martinez was just the biggest and the most round muscle bellies I've ever seen on anyone not win.
I think I might disagree. I think I might take Kai as far as the best second place, or even Branch in 09 when he lost to. Yeah, I know you said Branch.
Right.
It was good.
Branch in 09 when he lost to Jay
it was literally the best Jay ever. That's the only reason why he
that was the best Branch ever too, though. I think that was my favorite version of Branch I've ever seen.
That was nutty.
But
no, it's not the best. It's not the best Branch, because do you guys remember he got injured? Not the horse on Generation Iron, but getting out of his car, he slipped and tore his leg. So what he did was he actually made his good leg get smaller, so he looked more proportionate. So when he got second place, that wasn't the same Branch that won the Arnold.
So you think the Arnold's like a couple years before was probably the best?
Yeah. Oh yeah, a Branch for sure. Okay. Those legs were just ridiculous.
I'm trying to think of that's such a crazy question. I've never even been.
It's like Rich Gaspari. No, yeah, Rich Gaspari, Labrada.
I think it would have to be somebody either in the 90s or after Victor. I don't think anybody before the 90s could beat Victor. It would have to be like, I mean, couldn't we say Kevin Lavroni?
We did.
No, I mean, wouldn't that Kevin Lavroni and fucking.
Yeah, no, you're right. When he shaved his head and he came out walking with his arms kind of swinging, that was a second place, and that was ridiculous.
Yeah, that was the Grand Prix, though, wasn't it? Wasn't the Olympia? That was a British Grand Prix.
He was bald for both, but you're right. I think that walkout was the Grand Prix. You're right.
That was the Grand Prix, and then the bald at the Olympia. I don't think he was hard enough. Yeah, it's a good one.
Did Cormier get second?
Yeah, no, he got third. I think Jay got second.
Third, right?
Yeah, Cormier was second. Cormier was third. Yeah, I would say Kai. If you stood Kai next to Victor, I think he'd be hard to beat. Kai's got so much muscle.
I would be harder, but Victor would be rounder.
Yeah, that side tricep. Victor's side tricep was like one of the best. His back at the time was one of the best.
I think.
But Kai got like grainy, nutty, hard.
That's what.
Yeah, it was stupid.
And Victor was round and like, let's say he was peeled. He was peeled, but like peeled.
Not like Kai.
Hard and grainy is different to me.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Kai was another level peeled, and his thickness made up for the roundness that Victor has.
But Kai, and I love Kai. Kai was a little flat right here.
I think Victor has Victor 07 has a prettier shape, but I think Kai in those
wow factor.
Yeah, just fuck, man. To me, he's just another level of graininess.
Like when he comes to life and he poses, everything
and muscularity, like the thickness of the muscle thickness is just fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Like Victor had that, but it was rounder and bubblier than that just hard as fuck muscle, right?
Let me tell you something. He looks fucking good right now, still.
Victor?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's harder as you get older because your waist starts to go, right?
Yeah.
Like Victor's muscle all looks the same, but I think when the waist starts to go, it throws off your lines.
Yeah. He still looks great though.
Yeah. All right, guys. We'll fucking wrap it there, man. We'll see you soon. See you next week.
Is Sergio frozen?
I thought Sergio was frozen. It's like he pulled a Nick on us for a second there.
I was like, you mute your phone?
Sergio, it's good to have you on, man. We'll get you on again.
Yeah, appreciate it. Hey, thanks too. Yeah, working with my schedule too to get me back on. I appreciate it.
We'll get you on when you're closer to the show, see how things are going.
Hey, can we watch? I'm getting a lot of requests to watch this movie live.
I'm not watching Human Centipede with you.
Why do you have to be like that? I don't ask much of you. Do I?
I just have no desire to watch that
fucking
movie.
share my number worldwide. You can't watch a motherfucking
do you know what Human Centipede is, Sergio?
Of course I do. Do you know what Human Centipede 2 is?
No.
Yeah, it's just like one with more people, and then 3 is worse. I've never seen them.
I never saw 3, but 2 is even more ridiculous.
That's the one I was told to watch. 2 in color.
Mm.
Can we
is it that disgusting?
You know, we're not allowed to show it, right? Like if we watch it, they're just going to be watching our reaction to it. Like we're not allowed to show it, and then with our little box in the corner, the YouTube won't air it. Like the way.
But what happens? But if we pay? But if we pay for it,
it doesn't matter.
Really?
Yeah, it's copyright. So the only way we could do it is we would be watching it, and they would be watching us watch it.
So
you just have to. Just reenact it. They can't stop you there.
So wait. So we would both buy it and watch it, or you would like I would buy it on my TV, you would buy it.
And we would just film, like I would just buy it on my computer. I'd watch it while they're watching our reaction to it. I don't think
I think if I did that though, I think most of me watching the movie would be watching your reaction to the movie. Yeah, I don't think
I'd be watching yours.
I'd be like this.
Well, hey, I have a question for the people who watch.
No, I already know. If it's gonna be who would be in the front, middle, or whatever. And Fouad, do you see how fucking good I am?
I had no idea he was going.
Nip it in the motherfucking.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask because it's for the regular people. Out of Nick, Ian,
not answering,
and Fouad, what position would they be in the Human Centipede?
I'm taking the front.
They can put it in the comments. I want to see what they put.
I don't care what they put in the comments. I'm taking the front. I don't give a fuck what they say.
Well, I guess we're fighting for it.
If I have to be placed somewhere, I'm taking the fucking front.
Okay, Fouad, then I'll ask you a question. Right, you're in the front.
Oh no, don't ask him. What do you want? Who's gonna ask whose lips he want attached to his ass? Get him off. End this call.
Okay, we're done.
End this call. I knew it.
Fucking Sergio, you're fucked.
He was trying to find a way to get you to just answer one. Because if you answered one of those questions, it was a wrap.
I can figure out the rest.
I can picture one thing. I'm my best friend. I'd give it to Paul.
We all know it's Ian. Let's not lie.
I don't want. There's no position that's going to be good, but the front is probably the best of all the three.
No, at the front or the end.
Let me ask you a question. You say that.
I don't want to be in the end. And my fucking mouth. Your mouth is on somebody else's asshole.
Yeah, it's going to be no matter what.
What?
It's going to be no matter what.
No, it's not
the front.
No, unless you're in the front.
If you're in the front, there's nobody in front of you.
Yeah, but I'm saying besides the front, there's still 3 other people.
But what I'm saying,
I know. But if I'm in the, what I'm saying is the front is the best scenario, even though it's shit.
Well, hold on. I didn't see the movie, so the front could be actually the worst.
It's not that great.
What's so bad about the front?
What happens if he makes you eat I don't know.
Whatever I eat, I'm going to shit it out into your mouth.
Yeah, but let me ask you. Wait, why'd you say your mouth? He just picked me.
We just figured it out.
He just picked. He just said, whatever I eat, I would shit into your mouth. You see that? Sergio, you saw that, right? Now, I have a question. Since I'm fucking second in command here, all of a sudden, you wouldn't feel bad that you were doing that to me?
Okay, I don't want to play this game anymore.
But now, if you were in a relationship,
think about your fucking friends, for Christ's sake.
Oh,
holy fuck!
God.
What a fucked up fucking podcast. Okay,
What an ending.
On that note, Sergio, it's always good to talk to you.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
And Guy, I'm sure I'll interrupt you tomorrow. Go fuck yourself.
Love you guys.
Love you, man. Bye.
Later, Guy.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and like the video. And if you get a chance, check out the description for all the different links to all the different places you can find Hostile and myself. And lastly, check out hostile.com for our new line of supplements and all of our apparel and gear. Thanks again for watching.